Hello, and a very warm welcome to all our dedicated IAS aspirants tuning in. You're watching a special explainer brought to you by Rungta IAS Academy. I'm Faculty A, and joining me today is Faculty B. Now, today we're going to deconstruct a highly relevant current affairs topic for your General Studies Paper 2 syllabus, specifically the International Relations segment.
Thank you, Faculty A. Greetings, students. All right, let's dive right into this. We've recently seen a sudden spike in geopolitical news regarding the India-Nepal border. And, as future civil servants, it's absolutely crucial that you don't just read the headlines, but really analyze the diplomatic and geographical realities behind them.
Precisely. So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be covering the Nepal border controversy, understanding the concept of Dasgaja and encroachment, looking at party-to-party diplomatic outreach, and finally, your UPSC GS2 exam takeaways. Starting with Part 1, the Nepal border controversy and its unprecedented claims. Let's look at the immediate news trigger that sparked all of this. The catalyst was a very specific statement made in Parliament. Nepal's Prime Minister Balender Shah stated that Nepal, too, had encroached upon some Indian territories. Now, interestingly, this is an unprecedented claim by any Nepali government. Aspirants, please note how political rhetoric at the highest level can instantly create diplomatic ripples.
Absolutely. And you see, this brilliantly illustrates the ensuing domestic political dynamics. The PM's remarks created a massive furore back home. Lawmakers from both the Nepali Congress and the Communist Party demanded immediate clarification. Specifically, Nepali Congress Chief Whip Basana Thapa raised a very strong objection. He asked where exactly this happened, and even demanded the remarks be struck from the record. It really shows how border issues are highly sensitive internal political matters in Nepal. Moving on to Section 2, Understanding Dasgaja and Encroachment, focusing on the technical reality. We must shift our focus here from political controversy to the geographical facts on the ground.
Right. Following that uproar, the Nepal Ministry of Foreign Affairs stepped in to clarify. Now, aspirants, here is a critical term for your vocabulary. Dasgaja. Please make a note of this. It refers to the no man's land area. The ministry clarified that the issue raised by the Prime Minister was primarily related to encroachment in this specific Dasgaja area and what they call cross-border occupation. This happens when citizens of one country cultivate or reside on land that technically falls within the territory of the other country.
Exactly. So the crucial takeaway is the contrast between the initial political statement and the actual technical findings. The ministry clarified that studies conducted by their technical committee have actually shown that in some places, land currently being used and occupied by Nepal may fall on the Indian side of the border. So the PM's statement that Indian land may be on Nepal's side was a direct reference to this technical reality of cross-border occupation, rather than some sort of state-sponsored territorial land grab. Understanding this nuance is absolutely key for accurate answer writing in your mains.
Let's transition to Section 3, Party-to-Party Diplomatic Outreach, or Parallel Diplomacy. Because even as the border controversy was making headlines, parallel diplomacy was in motion.
Yes, the ruling parties of both nations engaged in direct dialogue. The BJP hosted a team from Nepal's ruling party, the RSP. This is a classic example of party-to-party engagement aimed at increasing political conversation between New Delhi and Kathmandu. They exchanged views on organizational practices and democratic processes. It's a highly strategic mechanism for constructive, people-centric political outreach.
And let's look at the specifics of that delegation. The RSP team included prominent members of the House of Representatives. We have Mr. Lamachane, alongside Bipin Kumar Acharya, Deepak Bora, Nikita Poldal, and Pradeep Acharya. Now, what is particularly noteworthy for your IR answers here is that Mr. Lamachane is also making a personal visit to Ayodhya. This is a fantastic example of leveraging cultural soft power and shared heritage to strengthen diplomatic ties, even amidst border sensitivities. Finally, bringing us to Section 4, UPSC GS2 exam takeaways for your mains and interview prep. How do you actually apply all this information?
To really test that application, we want to leave you with a mock interview question to practice. How should India leverage party-to-party engagements and cultural soft power to resolve historical border disputes with neighbors? Think deeply about what we discussed today. How can dialogue between ruling parties and shared cultural milestones, like a visit to Ayodhya, create a conducive environment for technical committees to resolve complex Dasgaja disputes? Ponder on this, structure your arguments well, and keep studying hard.
Thank you for joining our explainer today. We wish you all the very best in your preparation.